And we got plenty to talk about today, Handel and the morning crew. Hey, first of all, we've got a Throwback Thursday. We talk about that now or later on, Michelle? All right, I'll wait for Throwback Thursday, where we take the pictures of the crew in our previous lives prior to the radio. And we even have one of Aaron Bender that we have because he's here. God, you were ugly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, now, let's talk about this principal being fired, because this is a hell of a story. Now, a lot of school administrators who stand up against bullying being done by students against other students are considered veritable heroes, doing what they should do. However, this is a story of one school principal who voiced her concerns about teachers bullying other teachers. She was fired. Karen Hayes was the principal at Margarita Middle School in Temecula. That's the Temecula Valley Unified School District. She'd been there for 13 years as principal. And when a female teacher told her that she was being bullied by a male teacher who used profanity in front of students and made another teacher cry, Hayes sent her a condolence email. Somehow the school board of directors investigated the email exchange because this became fairly public, and they called her sympathy for the female teacher unprofessional and biased, and they fired her last month, which you wonder, how does that happen? Is there more to this story? You know, at this point, we don't know. Now, she admitted to the board that she was biased because she had been harassed by various male teachers herself over the years. So she said she's biased against bullying. There's a student who attends Margarita Middle School described what happened to Mrs. Hayes.
Our school principal, Mrs. Hayes, just got fired for unfair reasons. She got fired mainly because of a teacher who was in charge of the teachers' union that didn't like her. This teacher has been known to bully students and teachers for over 5 years. Him and 2 other teachers have been harassing female teachers for quite a long time.
Now, even though she's getting the support of the students, she's also getting a lot of support from female teachers who have come to her defense. They've spoken out about the difficulty, the work environment that they're experiencing at that school at the hands of a group of bullying male teachers.
I left this classroom with tears in my eyes, embarrassed and defeated by how I was mistreated in a public setting. They were willing to intimidate and harass anyone if it would help them reach their goals, and I was one of them.
There was another teacher who recounted the harassment that she had faced.
The large man who was reprimanded turned just to walk away, and then quickly spun back around and stepped back towards me to continue his attack. His tone became more and more aggressive throughout the interaction. They finally left him to the door, and I drove away, shaking and holding back tears.
Yeah, pretty moving. Boy, they're really getting into that, aren't they? And then this decision to remove Hayes prompted a student walkout in a demonstration last month. So there was a town hall meeting last month. Various members of the community spoke out their praises of Karen Hayes. One of the parents said, I've known Karen Hayes for 7 years. She's a stellar principal and educator. I might add, there was no one there who spoke up in favor of the termination. One of the parents just kept on talking about how terrific she is, said that it was unfair the way the board terminated her, and they barely gave notice that they were going to have a thumbs up or down vote at their meeting. There were 125 supporters ready to speak. The board gave them 10 minutes. Hayes was praised for her active involvement in programs as Bring a Parent to School, Campus Watchdogs, the Peanut Butter and Jelly Club, inviting kids who have a horrible disease, the peanut butter and encephalic shock, so they would die instantly once eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You know, that probably didn't happen, but it'd be a hell of a story, wouldn't it? That's immediately where I go. Pete Bender, you keep chuckling.
This is what I miss.
You're here forever. You know that, don't you? She's also been a booster for efforts to honor members of the military. Even after all of this, the school district doubled down. The superintendent defended her termination, stating in these circumstances, the public is often acting on misinformation. We encourage the public to recognize that there is always another side to the story, and these are decisions that are appropriately left to the judgment of district administration and the board. That's fine. Let's just hear the other side of this termination, because you're going to hear it anyway when she files a lawsuit for unlawful termination, for discrimination. You know there's going to be a lawsuit filed, so why don't you bring out the information now? She's been reassigned by the Temecula Valley Unified School District to a teaching position. Her supporters say they're not going to walk away quietly. One of the 8th graders, Tevan Shayakum, of course they bring a person whose last name is unpronounceable, said she knows every student by name, like in the whole school. She's a really nice principal, and all of us want her back. You know what? I don't even know where to go with this story, because there has to be another side of this. There has to be. A school board terminating a teacher because a teacher sends a condolence email to a female teacher saying, I know what you feel like. Not a move to fire the harasser, a condolence email. So I can't wait to hear what happens on the other side of this. And the reason we picked up this story, we're getting a lot of emails from folks.
I got several phone calls yesterday from parents who are very, very upset over this, because they're saying there's a bigger issue here, and that it's all about bullying, and it's all about bullying between these teachers. Apparently, they say there's this kind of male teacher that she had this conflict with has done this before. That's what they say, and we're just waiting to see. Like you said, the school district won't comment about it.
Yeah,
they won't say what the other side is.
Well, they can say privacy concerns, but it gets real easy because she is able to waive her privacy and say, talk all you want. So, you know what? We'll see what happens. I mean, Michelle certainly is going to follow up with this. All right, coming up, those great DirecTV commercials with Rob Lowe.